You're watching Zelda Mailbag with Two Button Crew. I'm Scott.
And I'm Simeon.
And I'm Ryan.
How's everybody doing, guys? We excited? What an honor to do this for Game Over Jesse.
Very excited.
I'm very stoked.
Game Over Jesse gets all kinds of great Zelda questions sent into his mailbag, and we get the honor of addressing a good handful of them today. So let's look at them. First one is from Debonair Fox. Question number 1. Here's a question. Have you pretended to be a goat in school? Being homeschooled, I think that'd be a really bad move for me. I'd probably get sent to one of those padded rooms.
Yes.
Mental institution.
Yeah.
I mean, I was close anyway a couple times, but how about you guys? Goat in school?
I was homeschooled as well, but at college I don't think it would have been very acceptable.
I can't say I've ever done that, no.
We never had a goat as a mascot either. We had a Sasquatch and a Mountaineer, but other than that, no other kind of mascots. It's the Northwest, so we gotta have weird
Awesome.
mountain themed mascots, but not goats.
Alright, Simeon, what's next?
Okay, question number 2 comes from Niminator. I believe we've had questions from him, and he asks, would you like it if the future Zelda games changed the New Game Plus mechanic to something similar to what Pokemon Gold and Silver had, where you can play through Kanto after Johto, wherein you can play through another Zelda game, a story, but with the new game mechanic and items at your disposal. For instance, after reading Zelda U, you go through Twilight Princess story, but with the link from Zelda U. I think this would be a fantastic mechanic. I see this happening especially effectively with the 2D games, but even with the 3D games, like playing through Majora's Mask with your stuff from Ocarina of Time.
Yeah.
Not having Skull Kid take that stuff away from you, or even playing through Link's Awakening with your stuff from Link to the Past. Well, the timeline's a little bit different on that one, but however it works, I think this would be a fantastic idea and a fantastic mechanic, and who knows, they've had the Master Quest sort of thing going on. Who knows what Nintendo's going to do, if they're going to be this generous, or if they're going to be able to transfer your memory like they've done with other games. Who knows? I think this is a possible future mechanic, and I think it would be fantastic.
Yeah, it's
What do you guys think?
What do you think, Ryan?
I think it'd be hard to implement just because of the item differences, but it would be really cool.
Yeah, they would have to tweak parts of the game, and it would help if the games were more related. Like you said, 2D games that are, or Ocarina of Time to Majora's Mask, that's more related, less of a big difference in items. So, yeah,
Right,
that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Especially if you went from like A Link to the Past to A Link Between Worlds.
Yeah.
Since that's almost like the same world, where that could actually like transition over.
I think that would be fantastic.
Definitely.
Alright, question number 3 comes from Pikachu. Awesome name, by the way. That's funny.
Oh, that's creepy.
And he or she asks, if you could pick 3 Pokemon and make them the boss of any dungeon, who would it be? Mine would be Charizard as a fire dungeon / temple boss, or Mewtwo as a shadow temple / temple boss. So my pick would probably be like Gengar or Haunter Ghastly, any of them really, or like a graveyard sort of temple.
Ghosty dungeon.
Yeah, I feel like that'd be really cool.
That would be cool.
What about you guys?
I can't really see Mewtwo. It doesn't exactly fit in The Legend of Zelda so much. I try to think of more like, grotesque monster stuff like Muck or...
Oh, Muck. I can see Muck being in there.
Yeah, there's only, one part on his body that you can actually do damage to.
Yeah.
Obviously his eyes. Ditto would be cool.
Ditto would be an awesome boss.
Yeah.
Just transforming into other guys.
Yeah. I also like the idea of Ninetales, even though that's kind of also going back to Okami with Ninetales being a boss in Okami. Different Ninetales, but same idea.
Yeah.
I just think it works really well, and I think that would be implemented pretty well.
Question number 4 comes from Link Goes Rar. He asks, what are your thoughts on DLC for a Zelda game? It seems Nintendo has been experimenting with the portable Zelda games, but console titles aren't receiving any. What would you like to see for Zelda Wii U or possible Twilight Princess HD DLC? You know, that's true. There's added content in Triforce Heroes, but we haven't seen that on a home console, so that's very interesting to me. I think adding, like, a dungeon or some kind of post-quest something or other, I think that would do wonders for getting people to come back to the game. After a first playthrough, I think that'd be awesome.
Oh yeah,
I agree, and they did something like that with the remake to Link's Awakening. They in the remade version they added an extra dungeon.
Yeah,
and so I think DLC dungeons or even like masks, I think, to enhance gameplay, like giving you the bunny hood, would be a fantastic addition. So yeah, I think that's a fantastic idea.
Yeah, adding like a mini sort of side quest at the end there where you'd even do like a dungeon or two, just that kind of like a mini cohesive story would be like an awesome addition to it.
Totally.
Yeah.
Because I know for Wind Waker, they actually like rushed that game out a little bit, so they cut some of the dungeons they had planned. So I was really hoping for the HD remake that after the fact they would do like re-release those, add those to the game.
Yeah, and they didn't because they had actually used those dungeon concepts in games that came out afterwards. So
yeah, that's what I heard after the fact.
It's not like they were just complete, Wind Waker dungeons sitting around. They were used,
right.
But yeah, that would have been cool. There's one console game where stuff got added, and that was Hyrule Warriors, and they added like a ton of characters. And speaking of characters, what if after, a couple months after Zelda Wii U came out, you could download Linkle and play through the whole game like that? That'd be awesome.
That would be awesome. I can see that happening. Question number 5 comes from The One, and he or she asks, which Link would you like to see returned in a future... Oh, I can't even talk. A future Zelda game. This one's kind of tough for me. I like most of the Links. Jokingly, I say CDI Link. just for kicks and giggles, see him return. But no, I'd have to say probably probably the Link from A Link to the Past, to see him again, because we saw him in A Link Between Worlds, and that was really cool. Or even the Child Link from Majora's Masks, get some closure or not, depending on whether he's dead or not.
Gotcha.
Or even the cartoon Link, see him in a game.
That's what I was gonna say. Well, excuse me, princess. That'd be hilarious.
Mine would have to be the skeleton version of the Hero of Time from Twilight Princess.
Yes.
Play as him in Hyrule Warriors, or he gets his own game or something like that.
Oh, that'd be great.
I'd be so down.
My actual pick, I guess mini spoiler alert, would be actually Rovio. who is, I mean, he's technically the Link to the Past Link, but I think that would be really cool.
Yeah, definitely.
If you just played as Rovio.
Absolutely.
Question number 6 comes from SkullGamerX, and he or she asks, would you like to see a Legend of Zelda game where you can play as different characters? And not by controlling them through probably an item and whatnot, and not including Hyrule Warriors.
Definitely.
I think that would be very cool. Like I said, you could do Rovio, which I guess is technically still Link, but otherwise, yeah, playing through a game or part of the game as Zelda would be really cool as well.
Yes, we haven't actually gotten a chance to play as Zelda, or even Sheik. I think Sheik would be an interesting character to play as.
Sheik was my favorite one to play as in Hyrule Warriors, so if I could do that in a main Zelda game, I'd love it. And then also, Sheik would be good. And Linkle.
Yeah, Link.
You could play as the game guy from Wind Waker who always does the kaboo! And he can make those sound effects all the time. That'd be pretty great. Sploosh!
All right. Well, I think we got an awesome batch of questions. Thank you all for sending them in, and a big thanks to Game Over Jesse.
Absolutely.
For having us. We are Two Button Crew. We are the daily show for Nintendo fans on YouTube. And then Ryan also hosts Coffee with the Crew every single Saturday, which is a very exciting Nintendo game stream. Saturday mornings, which you can join in on, submit Mario Maker levels, play Splatoon with him, all kinds of stuff. So thanks again for having us, guys, and we'll see you next time.
Signing out.
See you later.
Alright guys, thank you for checking out this Zelda Mailbag. If you like this, please subscribe and thumb up. It really helps. You may also be interested in some of my past Zelda theories or Zelda Wii U news videos. In fact, I post a brand new Zelda theory every week, usually around Wednesdays. I also have my other series of Zelda mailbags, where myself and other popular YouTubers like McIntyre Productions, HMK, Commonwealth Realm, RMFH, Two Button Crew, Sazizi, and many others answer your Zelda questions and give out prizes like games and Amiibo every week for those who get their questions answered. If you do subscribe, you'll be notified as soon as each new video goes up, and you'll never have to worry about missing out on great Zelda content. Be sure to leave your thoughts on this Zelda theory below, and let me know what you would like to see in a new Zelda theory. Then, check out some of my other Zelda theories or mailbags. And as always, thank you for watching.